This is the story of fruitcake, an industrial epic built on steel, sugar, and relentless synchronization. The journey begins inside a factory defined by discipline, silence, and absolute control.
Here, machines do not rush. They wait, prepared for precision.
Even before baking begins, the air carries warmth, sweetness, and intention.
This is where patience, precision, and craft quietly come together. Before a single cake is mixed, ingredients are given time and space to remain perfect.
Richness and structure depend on ingredients that meet exacting standards.
Every structure begins with a foundation, and here, it starts with flour.
Flavor here.
In this factory, ingredients are not supplies. They are the beginning of everything.
Flavor is introduced slowly, allowing every fruit to absorb without force.
The transformation begins not with heat, but with patience.
Here, hours matter more than speed.
Every variable is measured, so nothing is left to chance. Only when the fruit is ready does the process move forward. Every structure begins with air, introduced slowly and deliberately.
Sweetness is layered, never forced.
Timing is as important as the ingredients themselves.
Consistency is not hoped for, it is engineered. Force is avoided. Structure is preserved. Only now do the fruits meet the batter. At the precise moment, they are ready.
Speed is reduced, not for caution, but for respect. Each nut adds strength without overwhelming the whole.
Nothing more is added. Nothing is taken away.
Here, readiness is not detected by sensors, but by experience.
Once mixed, the batter enters a phase ruled by numbers, not instinct.
Precision ensures that no cake is more or less than intended. Every gram is accounted for, without exception.
Consistency is protected, even if it means starting over.
From this point on, every cake begins exactly the same. Before baking begins, shape is decided with intention.
Here, the cake begins to take its final form.
Uniformity is seen before it is tasted.
Even in automation, the final judgment remains human.
With shape defined, the cakes move toward transformation. Heat is introduced slowly, never all at once.
Each temperature zone serves a specific purpose.
Every degree is watched, from surface to center.
The cake rises slowly, guided by restraint.
Baking ends not by time alone, but by readiness. Sugar transforms, not into sweetness alone, but into depth.
As heat rises, butter melts, carrying richness into every space.
Proteins set, locking the cake into its final form.
Moisture moves, finding balance before the heat fades.
Inside the oven, chemistry becomes craft. The heat fades, but the work is not yet finished. Color reveals how evenly the cake has baked. Firmness confirms what heat has accomplished. Even after baking, patience remains essential. The oven releases its hold, and the next phase begins. Airflow is controlled to cool without stealing moisture. Cooling begins slowly, allowing the cake to adjust without shock. Nothing is rushed, even after baking ends. Cooling is measured, just like baking.
The cake has cooled, but its journey continues.
As heat fades, moisture settles into balance. The surface firms, protecting what remains soft inside.
Inside, the cake remains rich, dense, and alive with moisture.
Moisture is measured as carefully as weight and heat. Texture is not assumed, it is confirmed.
Consistency here is measured in days, not minutes.
Here, time is allowed to do what machines cannot.
Sweetness settles, and depth quietly emerges.
Time has finished its work. Nothing moves, yet everything changes.
Sweetness fades from sharpness into balance.
Fats quietly carry flavor, holding it together.
Aromas no longer compete. They agree. Great flavor is not loud. It is deep.
Flavor has found its balance. Every batch is questioned, no matter how perfect it appears.
The inside reveals everything the surface cannot.
Aroma confirms whether time has done its work.
If it fails here, it goes no further.
Quality is not negotiated.
Here, cleanliness becomes as important as flavor.
The less a cake is touched, the more it is preserved.
Packaging exists to preserve what has already been perfected.
Now, protection begins.
Preservation begins with a seal that changes nothing inside.
Nothing escapes. Nothing is added.
Oxygen is reduced, not to extend life, but to protect flavor.
What leaves this line is exactly what was created.
Shelf life is proven, not predicted. Traceability begins the moment a label is applied. Every cake carries its own history. Every detail is checked because every detail matters. From ingredients to shelf, every step is recorded.
Transparency completes the process.
Protection continues, even in stillness. Even after completion, care does not stop.
Quality is protected long after production ends.
Distance is planned with the same care as baking.
The factory releases its work to the world.
Endings here are also beginnings.
As production slows, the factory exhales.
What remains is not noise, but intention. Inside every box is more than a cake.
This is not just how fruitcake is made. This is how care is practiced.